Craziness. Insane. Doesn't even matter anymore. Craziness. Oh man, hold on. Insane. I can hear myself. Doesn't even matter anymore. Oh, there I am. There I goes. Talking shit, getting clicks. Is the channel. We live. It is we Wednesdays. Let the children sing. Our show tonight, Death Debate. Welcome. It's we live. Tonight's episode is called Death Debate. Why are we calling it Death Debate? Well, I'll tell you why. Because one young man made his whole entire career off debating, and now his death is under debate. And then we got another young man by the name of Trey Reed, a student in Mississippi. His cause of death is also under debate. Was it a suicide? Was it a lynching? Was it a cover-up? His family says they were lied to about where his body even was. And then you got Charlie Kirk assassinated in Utah last week. Republicans calling it political terrorism, but also turning this into a cultural war bonanza. So tonight, we're going to dig. We're going to separate the conspiracy from the coroner's report, the politics from the pain. And as always, we want to hear from you. Phone lines open, 313-825-5557. Live chat, JumpOut gang. I see.
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
Let's get to it. All right, enough of that. Let's get to it. I gotta stop doing that. Are we really gonna get it? Death Debate. All right, so how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, round of applause for you guys out there. Ramid, Kato, love. I see you. I am so glad you're here. This evening. You want to know why? Because, all right, I don't know if you guys have been following these two stories that I got headlining for us today. The story of Trey Reed, a young student from Mississippi, found hanging by a tree. We're going to go into it because lynching in Mississippi, there's a history there if you guys didn't know. And from the information that's coming in so far, it looks really, really shady. And then it's been a week since political commentator, founder of Turning Point USA, right-wing conservative, Charlie Kirk was murdered during one of his events in Utah. So there's some videos that I've watched. You guys know that I do not believe everything that is shown to me. And I'm going to give you some of the things that I am a little sensitive towards, some things that I've seen that, hey, maybe I'm making too much out of it. Maybe I'm tinfoil hatting, but that's why I got the JumpOut gang.
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
Yeah, them. I got the JumpOut gang because if I go too far over the edge, I know you guys will be there to just snatch me up and be like, no, get back over here. But if anything that I am spitting out today kind of makes sense to you, then let's take this journey together. We episodes. Mo 3 times, that's me. Love. Say hi, love.
Hi, everybody.
Yay. She's in the house. And that's what we want to talk about, our death debate. Craziness. Craziness. Oh, before I even get started, maybe we'll wait for some people to get in here. We'll wait for some people to climb out with John. Yo, did you guys watch this fight this weekend? Did you guys see Bud beat up on Canelo? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the fight? Hold on. Let me get Love a mic because that's what she needs. Love, I never got no mic.
That's in the house.
Yeah. Do I even got you plugged in here? I think I got you plugged in here. You can probably want to. I don't know. Try, say something.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So you watched the fight?
Yeah, the fight was I was slept half through it. I'm not gonna lie, that thing was late. But yeah, he definitely beat his butt.
It's a definite.
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
I only ask you, like, I run that back and ask about if it was actually a definite because there's people on the internet saying, oh man, like, I thought it was a close fight. I thought it was close.
Not close enough. I mean, even the points reflected it. It wasn't close enough
Right,
to
but
be
the
like,
point
oh
is-
my God, who won? Like to even question who won.
Right.
It
No
was definitely
knockdowns.
there was no doubt. There was no doubt who won.
Neither fighter has ever been knocked down, and they still stood up
Still,
for the
yeah.
whole
They
fight.
took a beating, both of them. But to be honest with you, Bud walked out of there looking real fresh. I'm not gonna lie. Canelo's face was mighty red, and he had a little bit of a bruising on that left side
You're right.
of his face.
It's all coming back to me now because that was a wild night that turned into day. But yeah, Bud did walk out of that ring looking like he could go. I remember commenting, he looks like he can go another 10 rounds out there.
Definitely.
He did his thing. Canelo was looking frustrated, like visibly frustrated in the ring. Like he put his hands down at once, and he did this little pout thing. He was pouting for a second after he got jabbed in his face. Yo, these are the fights that I think a lot of people want to see, and I think really what happens at the end of the day is that, like the new fighters shoot since I've known boxing fighters, nobody wants to lose, and the fighters that get the most attention have that 0 on their loss column, and that stops a lot of good fights from happening because people don't want to give up those O's, and then by the time they get to fighting, it's like too late. Then you get a situation where it's Mayweather and Pacquiao, and there, we wish they would have did that 5 years earlier.
Ramir was made a comment about all the matches went full round, and that is true. They all did. There was no knockdowns, no TKO, nothing.
There were knockdowns,
I'm sorry, no TKO is
but
what I
yeah,
meant.
like nobody got knocked out.
No, knocked out, no.
Each and every fight went the distance,
And they actually fought
judges
good. Like,
cards.
they were pretty decent fights. The ones, the other fights. So
There were a
pretty
lot
good.
of them, though.
yeah, a lot of fights. I watched all of them until
It's too much. Being on the East Coast sucks because
yeah, we
on the
it's so
West
late.
Coast, he's coming out at what time? Like a 10,
Yeah.
10, 11 in Vegas. Like, I get it though. I understand why. Because none of those celebrities want to be in that arena at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody's trying to come downstairs until at least 10, 10:30. The real fight fans come in around like 10, 11.
Right.
People that are actually. But damn, man,
We suffered.
we did suffer.
You
Yeah,
gotta take a nap for those.
yeah. Yo, and then afterwards, after we left the fight because we went to the watch. First of all, we went to a watch party. We had a watch party. We had the projector out, but Netflix don't allow no projectors.
Netflix needs to fix that
They need to
because
fix a lot of stuff.
that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
If you're paying for it, you should be able to entertain your folks at home without having to buy. We actually went to Walmart and saw someone buying a 75-inch TV, and we now understand why that is because we can't. They probably went through this before.
They couldn't put on a projector.
A projector.
That's crazy. Man, I remember you can get videos from Netflix. You could rent all the videos you wanted, just bring them back. And then streaming came, and you could get the videos and streaming, and then it was like $5. Now it's like $80. It's damn near a cable bill. and then they threw the ads on there. If you put ads on your stuff, you're the worst. As American people, we need to come together. I think we can all agree we're all against ads.
It still beats pay-per-view though. Remember pay-per-view? It used to be like $75. By the end of it, it was like 75. It was ridiculous how much they charged. So it really it does beat pay-per-view, but it's still ridiculous. I should be able to project and watch with the family instead of having to watch it. You know what I mean? It was a nice night. It would have been fun to be outside because it was really nice.
We should have bought the 75-inch TV. That's what we should have.
I know we should have gone to Walmart.
But we didn't. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. But then after the fight, we're coming home. I'm driving. Lord. I hear a little click, 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 click. Tire starts to shred. Tire starts to shred. We're on the highway. I pull off the highway. It's late. I am not gonna lie. I am a full supporter of roadside assistance. I am. I'm a grown ass man. I know how to change a tire. I can fix some things.
Well, you tried.
But hold on. See, you hear that? You hear that? I tried. I'm gonna tell you what happened. But like the week before this happened, on Threads or like Instagram or something like that, somebody posted like about a man using roadside assistance, and I was like, man, damn, I'm a man. If I pay for it, damn it, I should be able to use it. We should be able to use it.
We definitely pay for it.
Like I know how to change a tire. I know how to use a jack and find a good solid spot on the car, jack it. Well, unloosenable. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell you how to change it. I know how to change a tire. So I was all for roadside assistance, but we're like 15 minutes from home. I know that roadside assistance is going to take maybe an hour and a half to an hour to get out there. It's fight night. They're probably toe up anyway, just like everybody else out there in the world. And I was like, I do not want to wait. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out this jack. I'm going to jack this tire up. I'm going to bitch and complain about it the whole time, but I'm going to do this and get it done. I could not turn the lug. I couldn't turn it. And Ev Love gave me this look of disappointment. That was insane. Like, all my masculinity went out that window.
It wasn't that. It was that I didn't want to sit there and waiting. That's all.
Right? First of all, and I broke my rules because I wore flip-flops out the house to this, which is I never ever. I will wear sneakers and take flip-flops with me, but I was just like, I'm going to watch the fight. I'm going to just rock some flip-flops. I know I got to drive back. I don't even like driving in chanclas. I don't.
You don't.
But I'll drive back in chanclas. It's whatever. It didn't even matter if I had shoes anyway, because I couldn't stand on the lug wrench anyway. Like, cause that's what I want to do. Stand on it so I can get a little leverage, get those lugs. I could not loosen those lugs. So I'm sitting there, Love's looking and sitting in the car looking like I'm weak. They're saying, we got problems with insurance trying to say it. She never said it, but it was written all over your face. You don't have to say a word.
Oh, Lord.
And it wasn't no smile, just smile. She was just looking at me like, ill, sweetie, spinach, ill. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that thing, I couldn't get it to go creak. If you get it to go creak, you're going to get it. I couldn't get it to budge at all. So I'm sitting there. It's taking forever for roadside assistance to get there. I don't know. But I know I can't change that time. 2-3 hours, I don't know, 2-3 hours later, I'm talking about Lavelle Crawford type big dude pulls up. Like, not new Lavelle Crawford.
But he was like 400 pounds.
Crawford. Hey, I'm Lavelle Crawford. But the throwback Lavelle Crawford. Like when he first started out comedy before he started getting, a little fly or whatever, taking a Wegovy or whatever, like old throwback. He had some house shoes on too. And he was from Salem. I know Salem's in the country, but he wasn't talking like country Salem. He was talking like he was from Alabama. Like, he was like, I don't apologize. So I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. You out here now.
He had just woken up. I can tell.
He probably still had the Henny was upon him, probably. The fight night was still upon him. So, big bro comes out. I'm like, whatever. He's still here. Love's looking at him like, ugh. He's in a regular car. I'm like, I don't care as long as he. Because
every time we've called roadside, but then again, every time we use this because we need like.
You had one tire before.
Yeah, one time, but that sucker needed the whole thing.
Anyway, he comes out, he's just like lug wrench. And I'm like, oh, like, bro,
That's
You want to
exactly
use
what
the
it
lug
says.
wrench I'm using? I'm thinking air guns. I'm thinking that we're getting the NASCAR out of here. We're getting air gunned out of here. We're out of here. He don't got no air. I forgot my air gun. My man, I let my body. He's doing like I don't want to hear like, bro. I should have been home like hours ago. Hours ago.
Because he took forever.
Because he took forever. And no air gun. But he tries to move those lug. He's pulling the whole car.
I mean, I thought he was gonna pull the car
Like
out of the
he's
parking
like
lot.
he could have put
It
the
was
car
so
on his back.
freaking-
Yo, guess what? He ain't getting no budge.
Nope.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Up until that point, I was like, PO'd. I want to just go. I want to go home.
It
I
was
wanna
the
go home.
drinks. I'm not strong enough right now. Is that what it was in your mind?
What?
You thought you were like weak at that moment, like you couldn't take it off.
No.
Like,
I knew.
prior
First of all,
to-
I knew I wasn't weak.
I mean, you were drinking.
Somebody thought I wasn't. I had, but come on.
I never
We watched
even
like
judged
8
you at all.
fights.
I knew
This is
you
what
couldn't
I
do
had.
it.
This fool. It was like I had a nice whiskey lemonade thing going, but it was
I know
ice
you- I
whiskey
knew
and
you
lemonade.
couldn't
So
do it
by the time I
because-
drank it over the course of 6-7 hours, by the time I got in the car to drive home, I was sober.
No, I knew you couldn't do it because I knew you wanted to be home bad in bed, and when you didn't do it, I said, "Oh, he really can't because
When I was like,
it ain't that time right now."
I don't want to wait for roadside assistance. You knew I wanted to go home. I wasn't
you did,
playing around. So she thought she knew I was motivated to do it, but then she didn't think I had the strength, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's not true. I never even said that or thought it.
She didn't think I had the strength. She didn't. She never
not
said
true.
it. I'm not denying it because she never said it out of her mouth. She said it with her little body language.
What was
But
the
when-
better? Walk
so
back in
hold
the
on.
car
So
and-
big
and
when-
sat in the car.
When the world's strongest man this side of the Mississippi comes over here and pulls our car halfway through the parking lot, but does not budge that lug nut, I'm like, oh, whatever. Now it's an adventure to me. I don't even care how long we stay out here. I'm waiting for roadside assistance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care because now she knows that's not me. But when God blesses you, sometimes he doesn't just give you that glass of water. Sometimes he gives you a bucket full of water. And God sent me a pool because now the sun's coming up. The sun is now up. And I guess there's somebody trying to make it on his way to work. And he sees us sitting out there the whole time he's filled up for gas and gone into the convenience store and gotten whatever he needed to get convenienced and then came back out. He's like, I'll help you. I got my lug wrench. I'm like, bet. You can help me? Help me. Forearm muscles popped out. All this. Did he get it to budge?
No, he didn't.
He did not. Me, Lavelle, Mighty Man. Nobody could get that lug nut to budge. Them lugs to budge. Finally, the sun is coming up now. It's like time for brunch now.
Then brunch time.
Little African dude comes
Not
out.
breakfast.
He's in his civilian car.
African dude did it in 2.5
Yo,
seconds.
he did. But guess what he had? He had an African air gun. Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Oh my God, that gun!
When I saw the air gun, I was like, "We're going
when he
home."
First of all, when he pulled up with so much confidence. I said,
Yep.
"Oh, he doing this. He got this."
He's timing himself. This is a game. He loves this. He's like, "Oh, a tire? Oh, I love this. I am going to try it." Watch. He's timing himself. He's trying to get to the league now. I could tell the way he did it. He said, "Zip, zip, 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 zip." Then karate kicked the tire. It fell out flat. Then he rolled the other there and like karate kicked it. It bounced on there, and he said, "Zip, zip, 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 zip."
He does this
If
for a
he had
living. He's been doing it.
And then he went to his phone and clocked him out. I was like, "Oh my God, God bless him."
Yeah, he did that. I couldn't believe how fast he was.
Shook his hand. You know what I mean? I'm not a handshaker. I don't even.
But at this point-
you get it like
at
fist
this
bumps and everything.
point-
But I shook his hand like my web of my thumb to right here met
You don't
his.
even like those handshakes.
I don't like those handshakes.
You don't.
And I gripped him like the man. I did the whole fundamentals: gripped and pumped. Pause. But I gripped and pumped. Thank you for getting me home, my little African brother. I appreciate you. Shouts out one more time. Yeah, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out, shouts out.
Anyway, I don't recommend those stupid tires.
No low pros, guys.
Although I just purchased new ones because what else is there?
Death Debate. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast. And it is we Wednesdays. I'm your host, Mo, 3 times. And tonight our show is Death Debate. Debatable deaths. I don't want to get into it right yet. Just right yet, because it's not even 8 o'clock. I see Sella out there. What's going on, Sella Wella? What's going on? Richard Hatcher in the house. I won fantasy this week.
I lost.
Did you lose?
I haven't. I mean, the way my
You're in
thing
like
was
2.
going.
She's in like 8 leagues.
Hold on, let me see.
I know you
I'm
won
pretty
our league.
sure. No, I didn't win your
You
league.
lost this week?
I think I did.
Hold on, let me
I
check.
haven't looked at it.
No, I was
But I
looking.
think I lost. I was
Like you were
supposed to
winning by
lose,
like
so I
60
think-
points. You were
I was
winning by.
supposed to lose. So.
I think he had one of the quarterbacks that went down, but I won by a whole 13 points.
Oh, I am 2-0. Oh, okay. I'm not mad at it.
You're 2-0. I'm
I
1
am
and
2-0.
1.
Awesome.
Yeah. Once again, yay for me.
Nailed it.
And as a result, because the fight took place Saturday night, we got home so late that I was into my next day rhythm. You know what I mean? Like I was feeding the dog and doing stuff, putting around the house, and then I just got tired and I crashed out. And then I woke up like 2 hours later because it was damn near football time. Came in here to watch some football, and I remember watching some of the Dallas Giants game, which was, oh my God, that was an amazing game. They were going back and forth. Russell Wilson was just throwing bomb after bomb. It was a great game. I was hoping Dallas would lose. If Dallas would have lost, it would have been a perfect week. Because Bud won, my Eagles won, I won fantasy. Dallas loses, I'm walking on sunshine. That didn't happen. Dallas ends up winning, but I don't know because I went to sleep. I woke back up in time to start the Eagles game. I tried to stay awake. I was falling asleep, watching it, falling asleep. I saw Saquon scamper in for a touchdown, and then I was out.
Meanwhile, the Giants and Cowboys, Russell Wilson had like 31 points. I was like, whoa.
I was watching
Then
the
I
game.
saw that they
I
lost. I
texted
said,
you.
sheesh, it was a great game. Apparently, I didn't watch the game, but I was sleeping. I was so exhausted from.
They were marching down the field, about to tie it up, and then right after I text you, they tied it up.
You called me and you're like, are you watching? I'm like, no, I'm sleeping. Like, I'm tired.
By the time I called you, Dak had went down, they scored, and Russell came back and they were about to score, and then they scored again. It was crazy. They had like 6 lead changes, which is amazing.
Some good games. And for my other team, I have Joe Burrow, and now he's out. Of course he is.
I think the guy
Why
you played,
do that? Why do I do that to myself? I'm never picking him ever again.
but I think the guy you played in our fantasy league had Joe Burrow.
Did
And
he?
I think
Oh,
that's how
that was
you
fantastic.
won. I think that's
I mean,
actually how
sorry,
you
I
won.
don't.
So you got Joe Burrow this year?
On my other fantasy, yeah. On my other league, yeah.
I think I had Joe Burrow last year, and I was like, never again.
I have terrible team this year. I don't even know how I'm 2-0 so far, but hopefully that will keep it going.
He puts
I'm
up
doing my
those
little
points,
switches.
but he's always hurt. He is always
Yeah, last
hurt.
year he wasn't. Last year he did amazing. So I was like, you know what? He's healthy. He's gonna be good, and here we are.
He didn't get hurt last year.
No, he didn't.
He just played kind of terrible.
No, he played amazing. He had great numbers last year. He did really good.
But I'm talking about every game.
Yeah, every game he was doing.
I'm gonna have
really
to go
good.
back. I think I had him last year, and I think he was iffy.
No, you had him the year before
Oh, I had
because
him
I
the year
asked you to
before.
have to put, and he did terrible.
Well, he's back.
Him and Aaron Rodgers, remember? I mean, they both got hurt.
Oh my God! Never
That was
mind.
the year before. That
I don't
was
even want
last
to talk
year.
about it.
2
I don't
years
even.
ago.
I do not want to talk about that. It's bringing pain to me. Yo, who's gonna go see him? I think it comes out on Friday.
Who?
Oh, do I have to go show you it again? Him by Jordan Peele.
Okay. I was just watching the preview or whatever.
I think that is going to be a Friday piece.
You would actually go to the movies to watch it?
Yeah, I want to go to the movies to see it.
Oh.
There's not much I want to go to the movies to see, but
This
him
was
is one
interesting.
of
I don't know
them.
that he's one of those that I will go to the movies.
Him is definitely one of them that I would go to the movies to see. And
Is it because you want to support?
no, I like his movie. I like his. I saw Us.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw Get Out in the movies.
Did you?
I went to the movies to see Get Out. Were we together?
We were.
We went to the movies to see Get Out.
Did we go to the movies to take it
Yeah,
out?
I still
We
got a
might
ticket
have.
stub. Yeah. We saw Get Out. We went to go see Us.
Do we go? Yo, do you go with your dad? Because I think one of them I didn't go with
I
you.
probably went. We might have went to
With Michael and your dad, I think.
go
Maybe?
see Us.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I saw that in Violin. It was good. I like Nope. That's the one I got on video when they were on the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
He gives a good history lesson there, but then we're talking about aliens and not aliens, all types of stuff. So him is going to be the one I want to go see, but I also want to go see this joint. I want to see
Which
One
one?
Battle After Another with DiCaprio
Never heard of it.
and Tiana Taylor and Benicio.
Oh wow, that's probably gonna be great.
Yo, it's called One Battle After Another because they say in this movie that's all it is. One battle after another. It's one action scene into another action scene, and it's relentless and it doesn't give up. Here, look who's in here. DiCaprio.
You know, DiCaprio is one of my favorites.
Chase Infinity, Tiana Taylor, Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn. Sean Penn is back.
Oh wow.
Regina Hall.
Awesome.
Wood Harris is
I
in
can
there.
tell, like,
Yay.
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a great movie. So those are the two ones I want to see. Let me know, Jump Out Gang, what y'all
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
what y'all trying to go see? What y'all watching? What are y'all watching? Let me know. Let me know. I only get to talk to you guys like once a week. I know I promise Thursdays and Fridays and stuff, but I'll be on sometimes. If you hit your alert notifications to share and tell a friend, you'll be able to see. But yeah, tell me what you watching. Alien Earth, new episode. I was watching it earlier. Very, very Alien Earth-ish. Very good. Did not disappoint. It's a great series that I've been watching. That Alien Earth on Hulu. If you like the sci-fi, it's got the sci-fi fantasy thing going on. And it's not just the aliens. The xenomorphs came with a whole host of killing friends, and it's a whole different type of alien beings just killing things. And just gotta check it out. Hulu. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, guys, before, welcome. It is We Live. And tonight's episode is called Death Debate. And I'm telling you why. Because one man has made his whole career off debating, Charlie Kirk, and now his death is under a debate. And then there's another young man, pictured here, black man with the beard here you see in this picture. His name is Trey Reed. He goes by the name Trey Reed. And he is a student in Mississippi who died, and the cause of his death is debatable.
But there was another guy.
And I will go into it because I think it's an offshoot of that story, so I can tie it in. I can kind of make it its own thing. But it's all good. So, but with Trey, it's they're wondering, was it suicide? Was it lynching? Because this happened in Mississippi, which is like the landmark hometown for lynching. So his family says they were lied to about where his body even was. And then also back to Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated in Utah. There's a lot of Republicans calling it political terrorism. This is something that we kind of called as breaking news last week. So we've had a week to digest the death of Charlie Kirk and everything that has occurred as a result of that event. And I believe it is turning into another culture war. So tonight we are definitely going to dig in. We're going to separate a lot of conspiracies from the coroner's reports. We're going to separate that politics from the pain. And also, as always, we would love to hear from the YOU. That's why our phone lines are open. 313-825-5485. 5557. I keep an eye on it. Got a whole damn screen just for the phone call. So when you call, I can see. Let me open up this. That's crazy. Insane. Let's go back here because, oh, that makes sense. Sorry, guys, wrong prez. And let me get one of these. I don't know if I need all of this, but I'm gonna need some of it. Cool. Does it work? All right, it works. Maybe I do like a monitor. That might work. This might work. Why am I whispering? I have no idea. Yeah, I've been thinking that about this Trey Reed, this whole DeMar Trevion, aka Trey Reed. Yeah, on Monday morning, this past Monday, around 7 a.m., 21-year-old DeMar Trevion Trey Reed was discovered hanging from a tree near the pickleball courts on Delta State University. The pickleball courts. The pickleball courts. Want to see what it looks like? I'll show you guys. Throw that up there. So maybe one of these trees here.
Wow.
Crazy.
Very sad.
But that's not all. So this happened at Delta State University, and the campus was located in Cleveland, Mississippi. Now, the coroner said at first there was no broken bones, no signs of assault, and that an autopsy was still pending. I'll show you the coroner. Their coroners are elected. His name is Randolph Rudy Seals. Yep. So Randolph Rudy Seals was like, hey, buddy, there's no broken bones, no signs of assault, and chill out because the autopsy is still pending. Now, the first official at the scene was Michael Peeler. I'm trying to bring that picture over, but I'm having a time. This is Michael Peeler.
This is the officer that found him?
It's the director of public safety. He's the police chief. So, yep, Chief of Police Mike Peeler, who told reporters there was no current evidence of foul play and pointed to video footage that allegedly showed Trey alone. Now, by that evening, the coroner, Boulevard County Coroner Randolph Seals, came through and released this preliminary. I can't even talk.
Preliminary.
There you go. Preliminary. I still can't say it. Preliminary statement. No lacerations, no bruising, no broken bones. In his words, Trey's body bore no outward signs of assault. The autopsy, however, was still pending. Now, social media says different. social media says there's some foul play. Let's
Trey
check out.
Reed's family seeks an independent autopsy after the student's death. We all know something seemed fishy about this story. We want answers, and we're going to launch our own independent investigation to get those answers, Vanessa J. Jones, an attorney representing Reed's family, said during the press conference. We will seek answers independently from Delta State University and from coroner's office, and if need be, independent from the state coroner's office, because we need answers as what happened to Trey Reed. And this is what we know. We're suspected, therefore we're detected, therefore we're punished. There are a whole bunch of policing apparatuses on HBCU campuses, especially when it comes to surveillance. So we need to see footage from when he left the dorm to when he made it to the area where you say he hung himself. I want to be clear to people in the back. I'm not saying it is not capable for a black man to unalive themselves. What I am saying, something seems fishy for you to say they climbed on a tree and did it to themselves, especially if they parents, the people that raised them, is being like, nah, something ain't adding up to this one. There's something to be noted as well. Reed's mother said the president of the university ain't even called them yet. But the president of the university made a press conference and said that they have been in support and been in constant contact with the family. We have to pay attention to this case at Delta State University, as well as what happened in Vicksburg, Mississippi, 100 miles away on the same day with the same occurrence. A person hanging from a tree.
Now, 100 miles away, I believe in Vicksburg, near a casino, a homeless man was hung. I'm going to bring up his name and his... My computer's moving a little slowly. Like I got a whole map and everything like that. All right, while I'm bringing that up, let me show you something. All right, well, here it is. His name is Corey Zukatis. I'm clicking. Might have to do a restart here. Now, this was a homeless man, and he was found hanging from a tree in wooded area near Vicksburg, Mississippi.
The one I was talking about was a young black guy, another college guy. Did you see that one?
All right, this was the guy that he was talking. Is there another college guy?
Yeah, there was another black guy that was a young
From Mississippi?
I don't think it was Mississippi though. It
Oh,
was-
do me a favor.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, look it
Hold on.
up. There you go. Look it up. All right, now going back to this one, I did hear something about that. All right, so going back to Trey Reed, like the man said here, the conscious Lee said that the school president of Delta State University actually had a press conference talking about the case even before they reached out and contacted Trey's family. That's crazy.
Trey Reed's family seeks.
Now, that's what's jacked up. But something consciously has not told you guys, but I found out earlier, is that the sheriff, the police department reached out to Trey's family and said that Trey was found in his room and that it was apparent that he had committed suicide and that he was found in his dorm room. You guys following me? So imagine you being told the grief you're feeling that your loved one is not here with you anymore, let alone he died alone in his dorm room from self-inflicted injuries, right? Only to find out later on that in Mississippi, in the United States of America, in which is 2025, but has reverted back to 1935, and you find out that, hey, that's not true. He didn't die in his dorm room. He was found hung on a tree, strange fruited, near the pickleball courts at the center of campus, Delta State University, Mississippi, in Trump's USA. I know Charlie Kirk was all against empathy, but for those who still have empathy and have developed their sense of empathy, yo, put yourself in that man's shoes. Once again, you are a black man in Mississippi, the poorest state in the United States Union that is known for racism, that is the basically inventor of lynching. Law enforcement tells you the specifics of a case, and then you come to find out that it is totally false. Mind you, on the internet, people are going, and I'm just to let you guys know, it hasn't been validated yet, but people are saying that that man had broken legs, at least 3 broken bones from the internet, from the streets of the internet. That I believe that we can at times trust more than regular media. But yeah. Did you find that person?
I'm looking for it. I can't find it. But I remember seeing it.
So who's at fault here? Who's at fault? This is Trey's uncle. He's a pastor. His name is Jerry.
I just saw earlier. What is the lawyer that you have the something in the city? Whatever. What is that? The lawyer that you have the soundbite. What's his
Oh,
name?
Benjamin Crump.
He said. I think he's with the family
many
of,
people-
He
of
is.
this guy.
Benjamin Crump is
Yes.
definitely overseeing this case right
Yeah.
now.
I'm glad because it will at least he'll keep it out there and they'll give it a little more attention because you know how they do. They love to just throw things under the rug and never talk about it.
All right. Yeah, exactly. This is something we need to keep up. Wasn't it Mississippi the same place where the guy was missing and the police officer had hit him and then they buried him and didn't tell his family for like a year or two? And they put him in like a prisoner's grave, which is basically like a unmarked. Well, the grave is marked by your prison number, not by your name or anything. They buried him in like a prison burial ground. Mississippi's weird. It's one of those places. But listen, what they should do next is probably publish the autopsy in full, right? They should allow for the independent medical examiner like Benjamin Crump and the family are requesting. They should force the university to explain why Trey's family was misled. Yo, it is bad enough. It is bad enough that your loved one has died. It's bad enough that you're saying it's apparent suicide without doing a proper autopsy. It's bad enough that the original reports from police was telling the family he died in his room when come to find out he was hung on a tree next to a pickleball court. Like all of that is bad. But then on top of that, the president of the school goes on to have a whole ass public briefing with the media even before this man's family knew that he had passed. Disgusting all the way around. So yeah, the university should, and the police should explain why the family was misled. And then they need a space for everybody in that community to come together and be heard, for all those streets are talking stuff to all come into one place and manifest, so you can get your information and all your ducks in a row. For anybody that may have seen something, for somebody out there that may have heard something, they want to call the MBI, which is the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, or police officers out there. But that's what I got for you. Yo, if the first info the family got was false, how do you trust anything after that? How do you believe the coroner or the community rumors? I mean, well, do you believe the coroner? Do you believe the coroner? There were no broken bones when the streets are saying yes there are. What do you do with that? Deaf debate. We live. Mo 3 times. Talking shit. Get to clicks. Call in. 313-825-5557. All right, now Trey's case leaves us with like some suspicion. But on the flip side, Charlie Kirk's death was loud. It was kind of public. There's a lot of finger pointing. And the same question though, like who do you trust and what's really being covered? You already know. Last week, Wednesday, September 10th, 2025, the scene was Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Charlie Kirk, a 31-year-old conservative firebrand who built Turning Point USA into a megaphone for young Republicans, was on stage at a campus event. And around 12:23 p.m., the speeches stopped with a bang. Kirk was shot and killed. The shooter, alleged shooter, is this Tyler Robinson, who is charged with aggravated murder. Prosecutors are aiming for the death penalty, and police quickly identified the suspect. If you guys remember, Tyler James Robinson, 22 years old. Investigators say he took a position on a nearby rooftop, fired the fatal shot, and was captured shortly thereafter. Now, Robinson wasn't just another unstable loner. Prosecutors claim they say he targeted Kirk because of politics, pointing to online messages where he fumed about Kirk's anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric and declared he had had enough. He was from an ultra-conservative family. They are saying that he had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Excuse me right now. I don't know what type of gender, what type of the process and the trans process this person's in. I don't know how they want to be referred to. So I'm going to say right now that Taylor James Robinson had a relationship with a human being that was transitioning to another gender. Now, usually when you hear stuff like that, you're like, oh, man, it's the radical left. And it is quite possible, although there is a group that is called Transgenders for Trump. Also, there are people that vote for one subject, like, hey, I don't like abortion, so I'm going to throw my lot in with you, even though I don't like any of the other stuff you say, because I don't like abortion, because I don't want people to have abortions, I'm throwing 100% behind you, even though I don't agree with everything else. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened to a lot of Latinos. Right there.
Oh, man, you didn't give me that signal. Go ahead, throw yours in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on.
No, you're in.
No, I was saying that that's what happened to a lot of Latinos.
What was
That
what was
a
their
lot of
one
Latinos
subject?
are Christians and Catholic, and they voted for Trump because of their their beliefs. They don't believe in abortion, and they don't want to support the Democrats because of that. Meanwhile, they overlooked everything else that we're going through now, and here we are. So
Right.
yeah,
And these are the results of all of that.
yeah. When you pick just one issue to vote on, that is risky.
So last week we sat in here, right? You sat right there on that big, beautiful, comfortable couch, right?
Yes.
And I said that I suspected that Charlie, because at the time we did not know who the shooter was, but I said it loud and proud. I'm not going to say like, oh my God, I made the best prediction ever, but I did say it would be a white male.
Yes.
And then I prayed. I was like, please don't be transgender because the right side is going to
That's
go
all they
crazy.
wanted.
And he wasn't, and he wasn't We find out he's from conservative family, like really staunch conservatives. They say that he had a little falling out over holidays with his family because, and then they said that he was a groiper, somebody that was ultra right wing, like more radical than your right wing radicals. And the story is that Charlie Kirk wasn't radical enough for him. Now there's all these information coming out that he was on a Discord chat talking with some of his fellow gamer friends. They were talking about transgender stuffs, and that he had already said that, he was basically going to take Charlie Kirk out. Me personally, I don't believe any of this. I don't believe that Tyler James Robinson is the shooter at all.
Me either. I do not.
That's amazing you say that.
I do not.
Because I thought, because usually when I get into this stuff, I get you roll the eyes at me and you be like, he's on some conspiracy.
I usually do, but this one right here,
A lot of times.
No. This guy is not the guy. Sorry. It's not him.
I'm so happy I feel good now. I feel good right now.
No, it's true. It's not him.
I feel good right now. Oh my God, then you're gonna really love this. You're gonna really, because I got one smoking Matlock right now. I only got one little Matlock for all of you guys. But shout outs to Flashback. Richard Hatcher sent me somebody does a show kind of like I do. He did like 2 hours and more. So guys, I understand. When I go 2 hours, I apologize. That's a lot to watch. It's a lot to watch. Maybe I should cut these to like 45 minutes or something like that, right? Maybe 45 minutes?
I don't know. Maybe like an hour and a half.
Like an hour?
Top.
An hour tops. I'm coming up on an hour right now. Maybe next week we'll do an hour, but we're going to go over a little bit. But yeah, he gave me a lot, and I was skimming through it, and I was like, yeah, these are things we were talking about, the hand signals that were happening during the event that a lot of people had pointed out, the guy with the cell phone, the flash going off. It looked like they gave a hand signal to shoot. It looked like he was shot from somewhere else, like a guy through the underarm. And there were so many crazy things going on in that video. It is insane. By the way, Kash Patel, who's the director of the FBI, has been going through congressional hearings for like the past 2 days, and he has been getting, oh my God, they've been giving him the business. He's been giving the business back.
He is a nasty man. Let's just say that. He did not put up with anything.
Somebody said Kash Patel looks like, his eyes like a baby when they're using their eyes for the first time. That's how he looks.
He looks like a lost, I don't know. He has funky eyes. His eyes are funky.
I don't want to body shame. That's what you're doing. You're body shaming.
Wait, are the eyes considered body? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Shaming.
Call in, ladies and gentlemen, 313-825-5557. Are the eyes part of the body?
From the neck down is body shaming.
It's not true.
From the neck down.
Yeah, from the neck down
Plus
is not body shaming.
Plus his Cash.
Oh my God.
He doesn't, we can't, no.
His
no,
face
we don't
card
like
is
him.
50-50.
We don't like him. And he can get it all day. He's so fake.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna let you go.
He's gonna get, we gotta make fun of him. Come on, he looks crazy. His eyes are like,
I'm standing
and
with you.
then he's nasty. Like when he's nasty. He literally was talking back, like he was very defensive.
He wasn't defensive. He was combative.
Yeah, combat. Well, there you go. That's the right word.
Oh, at one point, Cory Booker, you know what?
Cory Booker was almost, it took him outside. And probably would have punched him in the face because he was not happy.
Cory Booker be performing too, though. Oh,
you think so?
I gotta get some. CNN has the best clips. I'm sorry, guys. We're probably going to get an ad or
We're
something.
more
like
vulnerable
CNN.
to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're fit to hand the bureau. But here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this. I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr.
Or else I'll see you in Valhalla, brother. Oh! Valhalla. Oh, my
What a
goodness.
piece of work.
Do you?
I don't know. A lot of pundits were saying that. All right, both of them are being performative. Senator Booker is being performative. We know this. He does things like that. Not to say that, like, I appreciate the passion.
He is very passionate, though.
Yeah, I appreciate the passion on that. Do you think that this is the last time that we'll see Kash Patel at such a type of hearing as the leader of the FBI?
Well, he's very loyal to Trump, so he might not be.
Not be.
Maybe
that's what a
not.
lot
He's
of
very
people are
loyal
saying.
to Trump.
And
so.
he was combative. He gave
Yeah.
he seemingly gave them the business. I think it just came off as ignorant and arrogance, but that's just me.
And just lying his ass off up there. And they would ask him a question, and he would deflect it to something else and give it a run around like they all do, actually.
And you know what? I wasn't even going to talk about this, bring up Kash Patel in the first place, because that's what they basically all do. They go in there,
Yeah,
they
they all
lie.
go, yeah.
Some of them lie a little better. Some lie and kiss butt. Some lie and are combative like Kash Patel, but they're all lying. Even the people asking questions, half of them are liars. Half of them could be like, listen, I was in this meeting, blah, blah, blah. You said this, you said this. This guy's going to ask you this question, but he already said this. We already know. We already know.
Terrible.
I don't know how I got here from this guy, but we're back. We're back. That's Tyler James Robinson, 22-year-old. Investigators say he took position on a nearby rooftop, fired that fatal shot, and was captured shortly after. Now, within days, the Attorney General, oh my God, Jeff Gray, who is kind of like all of us, was saying something like, I was hoping and praying it wasn't a white guy, but here it is, a white guy. But he went off to say that he stacked the charges high: aggravated murder, witness tampering, obstruction, firing a gun at a crowd, even committing a violent act in the presence of a child. Gray went further, announced the state would pursue the death penalty. And my whole question after all of that for Charlie Kirk is autopsy. Love. I went on Threads and I was I went on Threads because I saw this video of Charlie Kirk's wife kissing his cold, dead hands. Mm-hmm. Did you see that video?
Yes.
And I mean, people mourn in their own ways. I'm not even gonna go into it.
Talking about performing, she was doing a hell of a job with the performance. I mean, the way they were asking for money right after. The way, not only on that one, when she went on his show, she was also asking to go to the website for money. Like, this is all like a performance. Like,
Get money.
Yeah, and she's
Evelyn.
crying her butt off, and she's gonna cry her way to millions by being a victim. Not saying that she obviously. Come on, I'm not going to say that she's not suffering.
Last week
She
when
has
we did
to
this
be.
show,
I couldn't even imagine.
and I went to research it because they were like, he has a wife named Erica. I couldn't find her at first because her last name she didn't go by Kirk. She didn't go by Erica Kirk. She went by Erica Fransky. And that's what her Instagram basically said. And that's how she was found. If you Google her that's how you find. I would Google Charlie Kirk's wife. That's how I found her out. I actually Googled Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Fransky. This week, she is Mrs. Charlie Kirk on Instagram. She's got her viewers up. I mean, she's got her followers up, and she's out and about, and she's promoting, trying to keep, I guess, Talking Points USA open, trying to keep Charlie Kirk's legacy alive, trying to keep those grifter checks coming in. And that's just what it is. But there was no autopsy. We have not heard. Have you heard of anybody saying that they performed an autopsy on Charlie Kirk?
They were burying him like the next day.
They tried to bury him the next day, which I found was weird that there's no autopsy.
Yeah, me too.
Now check this out. I went on Threads and I was just like, somebody was posting something, and I don't know if I went on the right person's page or something like that, but it didn't seem like I was on any right wing anything I posted no autopsy. I put no autopsy question mark, like no, did they approve? And I got people that tried to like jump on me like, yo, what are you talking about? We know how he died. John F. Kennedy got an autopsy. You guys know that, right? So I
Some
told them.
families don't like that because they like to keep the integrity of the body.
They started arguing.
So
But
they don't like to
I
get
get
to
it.
the autopsies.
And I know some Muslims and Jewish people go through it, but
Yeah.
and these, it varies by state. But in Utah, if it's a crime, and in most states, if it's a crime, an autopsy is usually performed, especially if it's a violent crime, shooting, stabbing, poisoning, anything like that, an autopsy is performed. Now the family does have the right to be like, yo, no, 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 but it is a mandate. Because I got an argument about mandates too, because they were like, a mandate means like mandatory. I'm like, as anything, nothing's 100%. Like there's always like a little waiver or a little thing for that. But anyway, we were arguing over no autopsy, and I don't even understand why anybody would be mad at me for wanting an autopsy. Like they were just being hateful. There's a lot of hateful people out there, and we found out last week that as soon as he died, before we had the president come out and say that it was a left-wing radical and try to take down everybody that's a liberal, and we had Nancy Mace basically do the same thing. We had flags lowered to half staff. We got people getting presidential freedom medals of freedom. You know, that was created by President John F. Kennedy back in '63. Oh my God, we can go to that. Like, how do you feel about the United States government actually celebrating the life of Charlie Kirk? I mean, from flying him home on Air Force Two to the lowering of the flags to all of the moments of silence for him in the halls of Congress, to the Speaker of the House talking about him, Mike Johnson talking about him, to the president talking about him, making comments about him. Like, what do you think of all of this? Is this bringing the country together?
No.
What do you think about President J.D. Vance saying that anybody who's seemingly on like social media, like celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, should be turned in to their employers?
And not only that, but he said they also said any immigrants that try to make fun of them, that they'll
Are going to be deported.
Yeah.
Like when is the last time you ever heard an administration say, if you hear somebody talking shit about somebody's death, to call their employers? I get it. Doxing does exist. It seems to me like there were some people in the early days of the internet, well, not that long ago, when doxing started, they would be saying some vile-ish to say women, saying that they wanted to grape them or assault them or harm them, and these people would have their comments reported, and they would go further up, and if the harassment continued, then hey, we're going to find out where you work, and we're going to send a tweet to McDonald's saying, hey, you know, your employee that's working here at the St. Paul, Minnesota location is saying this. We got screenshots. You want them working for you. I get that. But I never saw President Obama. I never saw Kamala Harris come on TV and say, hey, you guys got to stop saying go Brandon. Anybody out there posting let's go Brandon needs to be fired from their job. I just never seen that, and it is weird as fuck for J.D. Vance to get on TV and even say that. That is some pussy boy.
It's hypocrisy because they're celebrating him for his freedom of speech and how he spoke up, but then when someone else does what they're saying everyone should do, which is, if you want to make fun of it, that's on you. That's between you and God, making some, light of someone's death. I don't know. But then you don't have the right to do that. But he had the right to speak against all of us that are not white like him, and that was okay. So it's just hypocrisy.
Yeah, I mean,
all of them.
Everything has been hypocrisy here. I think that's the most frustrating thing, is that they say something, but those rules don't apply to them.
To everybody else, yeah, only to them.
There's definitely a double standard, and that standard is totally relaxed on their side of the aisle there. But yeah, we got no autopsy. And I ask because like one piece of the puzzle is missing is that autopsy. I mean, more than a week later, he's shown at a viewing being kissed up by his wife. There's no public report that has been released that one has taken place. It's silence, and because of the silence, there are conspiracy theories. What an autopsy would do would be able to show us for real, like, you know, the type of bullet that hit him doesn't match the weapon that was supposedly found of Tyler James Robinson, which we're going to get into, which I thought was crazy weird. It'll show the trajectory of the bullet and the bullet angle and all that other stuff. So without those medical facts, or if there's a rumor out there, then those rumors are going to be sticking. This is looking to be already like another JFK scenario where we're going to have to wait 50, 60, damn near 70 years for the truth to come out. And the effed up thing now is that during the Kennedy assassination, we only had the Zapruder film to look at as a reference. There were so many camera phones out there and so many angles of that assassination that had taken place that people have already started doing their own investigations, and they're seeing a lot of funky things that were captured in high definition. Not no clink, 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 8mm. We're talking about some good 4K, some good Android phones. They got the great cameras. So, they do. But yeah, it's going to put our legal system to overdrive. Now, meanwhile, this jerk tried to calm the waters, whatever. There's Charlie Kirk. When you see somebody celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out, and hell, call their employer. There is a article in Al Jazeera that talks about like 15 people have already been fired for their jobs over their Charlie Kirk post. And I get it. I've seen some horrendous things. I don't think so. I think it's off-putting to celebrate anybody's death. But if somebody took the life of your family member and you decided to do a dance on their grave followed by a slight urination, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. Especially when it's coming from the side whining that makes fun of anybody's downfall that, you know, isn't directly on their team or related to them. So, yeah, college Dems or Republicans actually dropped a rare joint statement condemning violence because a lot of the right wing was like, hey, get down or lay down. I know a lot of you guys don't want to talk about, say anything positive about Charlie Kirk. And if you can't say any positive, shut up. Definitely don't tell the truth about him or else we're going to bring the right wing down on you. Now, do you guys think that Republicans used Kirk's death to bring Americans together? Or do you think that they just grab another excuse to divide us? Jump out, gang. Let me know.
I mean, definitely dividing because they were white men were chanting, "White men fight back," as if they were trying to fight somebody else. Like what? That's before we knew. I think we talked about it last week. I'm not sure.
Well, like towards like the end of the
Yeah,
show,
so,
because
yeah.
everything was so fresh last week.
Yeah, it was very fresh.
So, yeah,
but
like
then,
the guys
but now
in California
they
came
realized
in
that
March.
it was one of them, and
And
now
we-
they're trying to move on to, oh, he was with transgenders or he was with them. I'm just like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
oh, they're trying to blame it on something else, not
And showing text messages that don't look like any type of 22-year-old text message. Believe me, I know.
not getting to the bottom of it. That the main problem are men. Men are killing people. Men are killing people out there, and I'm not gonna mention the color, but he's usually one color.
No, you go ahead. What color?
Is it freedom of speech? Hold on, they might send me back to DR, so I don't know. Let me not talk too much.
Oh my God, you better get them papers laminated. Seriously, Scotch guard them shits.
They ain't even looking at them
They're
things.
coming for you.
You know what?
I think it was an excuse for them to divide us. I think this would have been a time, and first of all, I think the way that they celebrated him was divisive. Charlie Kirk was not somebody that was for everybody. He had his side, he had his team, and he banged out for his team. And in America, that's just what it is. I'm him receiving a presidential medal of freedom is cool because Trump already gave one to Rush Limbaugh, so I guess Charlie Kirk would be like a younger version of Rush Limbaugh. But I mean, Strom Thurmond received a presidential medal of freedom. A lot of just ugly ass people have been awarded with some of these high awards, and this is the way the pageantry, the way that they've tried to kind of deify him. I would not be surprised if they would be trying to make him into like a saint or something like that.
Oh gosh.
Well,
they're already talking about a statue, so.
But love, you also get to see what you get to see in real time is how America changes history, and they used to do it over a generation or two. We see that Americans are changing history within hours, within a couple of days, but within hours, you're changing somebody's entire legacy, and I think that's concerning to me. That's extremely concerning to me.
Especially when it's not fair, when it's only benefiting those that look like them, and I mean, this is one of the worst times I've ever seen in America. I mean, since I've moved here 20 some years ago, almost 30 years, where racism is blatantly out there, where people are not ashamed to say how they feel about how they don't want us here. They just want to be them here. I mean, it's pretty bad right now. It's pretty bad.
That's a good call-in point. Like, call in, let us know. I know, like, I get the demographics on my show, and I get a lot of people that have a little gray in their beard, and I get young people alike. But if you've had any experiences that you can see reflected right now in what's going on in today's society, if you've experienced that in your upbringing and you thought, hell, I might be past that. Well, usually when you get to a certain age, we all understand that. It's kind of hard to get past all of this. But 313-825-5557. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
People know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
That's the guy right there, the JumpOut boys.
Yeah, Benjamin Crunk.
Yeah. I can never remember his name.
Deaf debate. Deaf and debate. Now, check this out. I've had this on my mind. I think we were talking about this in real time last week as they started rolling in the footage. We got the footage of Tyler Robinson trying to escape. Right? Remember that good footage? Oh, well, first of all, let me show you this. So, here is just
Okay, so what we'll do is let's just get on the hand here.
Yeah, that was brought to you by the Independent. That was the little going home for Charlie Kirk, them putting them on a plane and everything like this. You know what I want to look up right now? The video. Let's watch the video. Actually, it's 13 hours ago report.
Your coverage of Charlie
God
Kirk's
bless you.
assassination as prosecutors reveal new evidence against Tyler Robinson, the man accused of killing the conservative activist. Robinson made his first court appearance virtually from jail Tuesday. His charges include aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, obstruction of justice, and witness tampering. Prosecutors say the suspect's father called him after the FBI released surveillance images of the alleged gunman. They also claim his parents ultimately talked him out of taking his own life and into meeting at their home before turning himself in.
Your investigation uncover any individuals that may have known about this shooting in advance?
They are still looking into it. It's an undergoing investigation.
So is that a possibility?
They haven't ruled that out.
Robinson's next hearing is scheduled for September 29th, and the judge says he'll be given a court-appointed lawyer.
A memorial for Charlie Kirk is scheduled for this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll be able to stream it live on 13 WMAZ+. President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio are among the high-profile speakers scheduled to appear.
Oh no, not little Marco speaking.
We are going to share a portion of a video and that we have of the suspect, as well as some new stills.
All right, let's get to it.
If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top.
All right, guys,
left
follow
corner.
this.
We'll go ahead and play that video, and I'll narrate as we walk through that.
Top left. See him.
So here you see the suspect ran behind that.
All right, we're gonna just see him up here. Look,
We'll go
he
ahead
just
and play that video, and I'll narrate as we walk through that.
pops
So
up. He's
here
running.
you see the suspect ran behind that upper building. He's gonna come out on the right, moves to this far right corner.
I think we showed this last week, right?
As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that again so you can get another view of that. It's important to note his black t-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all identifiable items that we're looking for. In the stills that are going to follow this, you're going to see a very distinctive t-shirt with an American flag and appears to have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all things that we would ask the public to look for and try to identify if they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing.
Right, so we see him walking across. Now we saw what he dropped
the
that
photographs.
backpack.
I mentioned these.
Now here. All right. So right here, I have a collection of pictures from here. Let me open this up. All right. So I'll give you a better picture of that. It's a little bit more blown up so you can see this. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I went to work for the YOU because there's some things I wanted to know. First of all, what type of weapon did he have? And I found out. Here it is. It's a Mauser bolt. To be specific, it is a Mauser Model 98 30-06 with mounted scope. This is the picture they're showing that is the actual weapon. Here's another, the same model, just in a different color. And I know ARs. You can just like pull a pin out and then will fold in on itself. And then you can take that whole pin out and you can separate the upper receiver from the lower receiver. And now you got two pieces that you can jam in the backpack. It's still, unless you got like a short barrel one, it's still kind of hard to put one of those in a regular backpack. I have no dealings with these 30-06s. I would think that this is a normal, I grew up hunting deer or hunting turkeys or something, hunting with my dad. This is the type of weapon that you would use. I didn't grow up hunting with my dad, so I don't know about these weapons. I was in the military, so I know about those other things. But just looking at these right here, it doesn't look like there's pins that you can just pull out to make this thing collapsible real quick. It looks like you're going to need some type of screwdriver to break this thing down. We're talking about somebody that got up on the building, right? Got himself into firing position. He would have had to have that gun in his backpack. So he would have had to undo his backpack, put the weapon together, take his shot, take the weapon apart, and then get back off that roof with the gun in his backpack, because we do not see him in that video carrying a weapon. Now, I believe this is an actual picture of the weapon that they found that they said was Tyler Robinson's. And this gun was found all together, put together as we see now in the woods. Tell me something. Tell me this. You shoot someone. You shoot a celebrity. You shoot a B-list celebrity. You shoot a C-list celebrity at a college, right? You're in a building. You have a backpack. You pull the weapon out. You put the weapon together. You shoot the celebrity. You take the weapon apart. You put it back in the backpack, and you take off with it. Why would you then put that weapon back together and then place it in the woods? Tell me. 313-825-5557. If anybody can tell me, I am all ears on that one. I've thought about this. I've been pondering this. I laid down with a cold, wet rag over my head thinking about this. I sat up with some coffee, a pad and a pen, brainstorming, thinking about this. I sat on the couch in here, right there on a little sectional piece, with one leg propped up and the vape going, thinking about this. Please tell me why somebody would go through all that trouble, get the weapon into their backpack, and then leave it in the woods, put back together. Tell me that. I mean, love. Is this conspiracy? Am I being too conspiracy?
No.
Too conspiratorial right now?
Nope.
Are you sitting on the mic?
I think I am.
Let me know when you get it. Let me know when you find it. The thing only has a clip and a magnet on it. But you still lost it. I love it. Let the children sing. Let the children sing. Am I sounding too conspiratorial?
No,
do I sound crazy?
I absolutely agree with you in all of it.
Love. Let me tell you something. I went and I did further. You see, I got ChatGPT, guys. Yay for ChatGPT. Yo, let me tell you what I did. I took this picture right here, right? And I did some research. Now, this looks like a railing going to, it looks like a parking garage. As you can see, there's a car right here. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me put it on the monitor. If you're looking right here, you see where my cursor is over here? I'm going to take my cursor. I'm going to go this way. See, look at the car. It looks like they're going to like a parking garage or some sort. And I was just like, yo, like commercial railings, like what is the minimum height they have to be within standard? And that height would be 42 inches. That's 3.5 feet. So that railing would have to be 3.5 feet. Okay? At a minimum. And I wanted to learn his height because they got this guy, they took this guy into custody, right? He's not cooperating. Police are saying he is not cooperating. So whatever information they're getting from him, they're getting from, they might get him from his Discord text or whatever his friends are saying, but they're not getting any information from him. He's not cooperating. I just wanted to know how tall he was. You took a shot of him once he was taken into custody, but there's no height. I can't find the height. So I took this picture, sent it to ChatGPT, and using a basic railing of 42 inches, we were able to derive that the height of that railing was about 42 inches, and his height would be between 5'10" and 6 foot tall, right? He looks like a pretty tall guy. I'm about 6 foot. So he's looking like 6 foot. He's 6 foot tall. And then look at that backpack, guys. Look at that backpack. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that backpack. That is a normal backpack. That is not a hiking backpack. Does it look like a hiking backpack? Looks like a normal run-of-the-mill, like a laptop bag, right? Like you could put a laptop in there, some books. Looks like a regular backpack. Nothing big, nothing crazy. A regular backpack. So then I ran that through, like, what is the normal? And I took the largest size for this type of backpack. And we got that the backpack would be, what did we get? The backpack would be about 20 by 15 with 8 inches of depth to it. We know the gun, and by the way, let me show you how easy it is to break down one of these guns, guys. I'm going to show you. This guy just did this video, and I'm pretty sure he did this video because there's people like me saying, how fast would it take?
To take down a rifle or shotgun, they tend to be quite long. And when people want to, to go on horseback.
Yo, there is something else I noticed. I'm going to share with you when we're done this.
Or in the boot of a car, as they say in the UK. Takedowns are always popular. It's easy. So this is a Mauser. Typical bolt action. Take out a couple of screws. So this is.
He has not taken out any screws. This would also be a good time to let you know what the police said they found on the rooftop. They said they found a screwdriver, which would make sense because to take this thing apart, it has screws. There's like some screws in like the butt of the stock and a couple other screws. So he had to put this thing together with a screwdriver. You guys listening to me? Not one of these born supremacies where you just screw on the suppressor, click the gun together, or and slide together. We've never seen that, and even in the movies, we know movies are fake, but the assassins, they take it out the case, they click that thing together, they screw on. The thing that takes the longest is screwing on the suppressor and then loading in the clip. This ain't the movies. For this type of weapon, you need a effing screwdriver. Now, I wish, and forgive me for my being all paranoid about how people get down on social media and YouTube these days, but this guy, if you want to do a real video, he should have kept the screws in, showed us the screw position points, how you got to get to the screwdriver, and then he should have just did one of those taken apart. I say all of this because he already has all the screws out, and I can still use this video to prove a couple points. So here it is.
Questions about whether it's easy to take down a rifle or shotgun. They tend to be quite long. And when people want to, to go on horseback or in the boot of a car, as they say in the UK, takedowns are always popular. It's easy. So this is a Mauser. Typical bolt action. Take out a couple.
This is the Mauser, typical bolt action, a typical 30-06.
Couple of screws. So this is pretty long, as you can see. Take out a couple of screws. Everything comes apart. So there's your.
Look at it. This weapon now is in 2 pieces. Do any of those pieces right now, as you're just looking at with raw ass eyes, love, with your raw eyes, looking at this picture, does that shit look like it can fit in a regular backpack comfortably? What was
They
that?
said they were in his pants, but when we watched the video, it wasn't in his pants.
There's no way you're jumping off that building like that and landing. Okay.
With that thing in his pants, we're in the backpack.
Yeah, plus his backpack had clothes in it. That barrel, I'm going to cut through the chase. The barrel on there is between, at the low end, 22 inches, which could fit in that backpack. The barrel up there could have probably slid in the backpack if you slide it in diagonal and you're kind of keeping it straight there. But we also know that he had clothes in that backpack, and we also know once you try to put the stock in there, the lower of that rifle in there, it's not fitting. We know he did not have that in the leg of his pants. We just saw we know he was not walking with that thing in the leg of his pants.
Nope.
Maybe if we seen him slide off the roof with it, then tuck it in his pants and walk away with like that, I can get that. But there's no way he ran across that roof with that rifle in his pants like that.
Or his backpack.
Or his backpack. Because they said he did like 3 different wardrobe changes that day. That's what the FBI is saying. He did like 3 different wardrobe changes, so he had clothes in that backpack. So you're telling me this man kept a 30-06 clothes in that little ass backpack? Is that?
I don't think that the FBI is being accurate about their information at all.
Did he interview the parents? Which parents? Trey's or
This guy.
Tyler's?
He's talking about Tyler's. They
yeah.
did. They said his mom said that he was leaning left. Like she's starting some crap. Talking about he always leans left.
Yeah. I would think that also that we would have found out about his relationship with his transgender love interest. We would have found that out. That would have been one of the first things that we found out about him. Because that's what the right really wanted.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this administration has not ushered in any transparency, any of its promises. One being transparency. We've never, ever seen that. And not here with these guys. We haven't seen that. And since they ushered in a whole bunch of distrust for all of these institutions that we otherwise had no reasons to distrust before as Americans, for the most part, I can't trust this. I can't trust this. I see hand signals. I don't hear official autopsies. No autopsies. A gun that was taken apart, but no, wasn't taken apart, was stuff in the pants, found in the woods. I mean, you guys, you understand where I'm going with this? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy here? Am I crazy here?
But just so you know, it's over 1 hour and a half already.
Yay.
I think the issue is that you guys are saying that it mostly happens on the left. No statistic, no government statistic, no study group, the Cato Institute, the Anti-Defamation League, the FBI, no government statistic shows what you're saying. It's showing the exact opposite, that 60 to 75% of the political violence is committed by people on the right. But yet you, the president, the vice president, the Attorney General of the United States are giving false information to the American people that it only happens on the left and that it is.
False information about Republicans. You guys have called
But
us
there's no facts to what you're saying.
Kamala Harris called us fascists while she was running for president.
The president called her fascist as well.
And you and the media have amplified that. You all have done that. A man was killed last week for having the, quote, national conversation that you want to have so peacefully. He did that, and he was murdered for it. And I live under...
You don't know if that's true. You don't know what you don't know what the motivation is. Do you have evidence of that?
Well, they said on the bullets, there was fascist commentary on the bullets, pro-transgender commentary on the bullets. Don't give me the bullshit that...
That could very well be so, but we don't know if that's true right now.
Was a transgender, was a tranny. Come on, let's be honest about this.
That's That's disrespectful.
Republicans vote to table.
I really don't
what do you
care
say to
because
them?
there are a lot of trannies out there that want me dead because I'm a rape victim who wants privacy in the bathroom. The trannies can F off. I don't care. They want to kill me, and they're not going to.
How would you like it if someone called you out of your name? If they called you a B word or any of that, how would you feel?
These people are calling me a cunt and all these awful names online. Are you kidding me? Come on. They are the most egregious, most vile, violent people on earth. They are mentally ill and should be in a straitjacket with a hard steel lock on it.
I think
with a straight jacket with a hard steel lock on it. That's Nancy Mace. That's Nancy Mace. And that's her standing in her usual spot where she talks all her shit. She should come on talking shit, getting clicks. Nancy Mace, because you talk a lot of shit. Now, 313, call in Nancy Mace. I go ahead and say that this is crazy. That's nuts. And basically what they were really talking about in that clip is the left wing versus right wing violence. And I guess you guys should know how I'm counting so nobody moves these goalposts. Domestic terrorism is premeditated violence or plots by non-state actors to achieve political ideological goals. This is a CSIS definition. Mass shootings are only included if there's a clear political motive. So right now we're going to go into some of these political terrorism numbers. So the data set used is a CSIS. You guys know they got a whole like a show on TV, CSIS, Incident Database. This is going from 1994 to 2024. Now, the ADL extremist homicide tallies are yearly, and then we have the New America, and these are post 9/11 ideology counts. Plus, recent coverage of now removed NIJ/Department of Justice brief that summarized 3 decades of U.S. data. Once again, I say to you and you and you and you out there that there was a brief from the NIJ/Department of Justice that has been removed that summarized 3 decades of U.S. data. Hardcore stats collected by the United States government has now been removed like it's a Jackie Robinson poster in the Smithsonian. Why? Why have these stats been anyway? Domestic terror incidents and plots by ideology from 1994 through April of 2024, U.S. not just shootings finds right-wing and anti-government actors dominate domestic threat. And this is since 2016, there has been a sharp rise in partisan-motivated attacks, ergo, targeting elected officials, compared with 25 years previously. What the hell happened in 2016 that could cause a sharp rise in partisan-motivated attacks? Huh? Talking to you. What happened in 2016? You don't know? Not at all? Oh, don't play coy with me, love. You know what happened in 2016?
The American dream is dead.
Shut up. Now, extremist murders yearly. Like, who's actually killing the people? The ADL's annual homicide counts show the vast majority of extremist killings in recent years are tied to the far right. For example, 2024 saw 13 extremist killings, all connected to far right ideologies, 8 white supremacists, and 5 anti-government. Now, the post 9/11 fatalities by ideology running totals are the New America's long-running tracker, deaths from attacks on U.S. soil after 9/11. That's 2001. constantly shows far right fatalities exceed far left, with jihadist totals being a whole separate category. So like the Boko Haram, I don't know, all that stuff. That was like some separate stuff. All right, their public pages are summarized, even though the splits are kind of even there with the summaries. Now, a 2024 NIJ DOJ brief that was removed from the DOJ site, but widely still reported, summarized 3 decades of data. The far-right extremists have carried out far more attacks and caused far more deaths than far-left actors. Reporting pegs the brief's tally at around 227 attacks, causing 520 plus deaths attributed to far-right actors over the period studied. Once again, the 2024, one of the latest and greatest NIJ DOJ briefs, recently was removed from the DOJ site, but it's still being widely reported. It was recently removed from the DOJ site during the Trump administration. I'm thinking because it summarized 3 decades of data that saw that far-right extremists have carried out far more attacks and caused far more deaths than far-left actors. Bottom line, across incidents, across plots, across deaths, right-wing violence is more prevalent and more lethal than left-wing violence in the U.S. since 2000. That's straight up data. Let the children sing. Let the children applaud. Hit the air horns for the facts. I say all this because I've been watching this Cash Patel stuff. I watched Ted Cruz, and just looking at his face pisses me off. I would like to punch him in his nose, lovingly though. I don't want to punch him in his nose. I want to lovingly punch him in his nose.
Not me. I don't like his face.
Because a lot of them are, because just like Nancy Mace, they're spreading misinformation, false information, lies, fibs, bullshit. They're saying that it's the left that's propagating all of this violence. And they're going to keep telling you that over and over again. Just like for the last week, they've been showing you guys Tyler Robinson. They've been showing his face. They've been showing that video. They've been showing the little pictures of him with his baseball hat and his chucks on. And they show it over and over on CNN, on an MSNBC, and on Fox, because they like to complain about CNN and MSNBC. But for some reason, they be following the law. They're following the law. They're following the law. Like anytime you hop on a show and somebody's dead ass lying to your face and you don't call them a liar, I'm saying you're working with those people. Even though they like fight. Republicans act like they hate CNN and MSNBC, but they all serve that same purpose, to keep pumping that one information in our head so we don't think that, hell, how did he make it across that roof with a whole ass rifle stuck in his pants? This ain't that. He wasn't wearing Junkos. He wasn't wearing no Pellies. Those weren't some Evisus. Those was, I don't even know. Those weren't even boot cuts. Love. Did them jeans he wearing, they look like a slim straight. How the hell can you fit a 30-06 in your pants wearing a fucking slim straight? Tell me. He ain't had no boot cuts on.
No, you think they're slim straight?
Slim straights. They look slim straight.
They're a little wider than slim straights. 'Cause you like the slim straights.
I don't like a slim straight. I like a straight cut jean.
No, you like a slim straight.
Oh Lord. I do not like a slim straight jean.
Yeah, you do.
I do not wear a slim straight jean.
But slim is not the tight ones. They're just a little more tapered at the bottom.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I do have some of those.
Yeah,
Like they're
you do.
tapered
They
at the
look nice.
bottom.
They're just
Yeah, but I'm not carrying no 30-06 in them. And you
Right.
can't see my pulse pumping through my thighs in them. No pulse pumping through my thighs. I say all of this to say that, listen, I just proved to you he couldn't fit in the backpack. And I gave you beautiful, generous numbers. If that railing I showed is higher than the standard railing that I think they would have at a school, then it just means that it makes the backpack smaller and it makes them a little shorter. That's all. That is all. That is all. And that railing can't be shorter than 42 inches because there's a standard there. And that's a violation. So these are loose numbers, but that backpack does not look huge. Looks like a regular run-of-the-mill backpack that the average student would carry. And I'm letting you guys know that a 30-06, whether it's fully put together or if it's been broken down with all the parts broken down, it would not fit in that backpack, especially with another change of clothes that they're reporting. They be lying. They are lying. They are lying.
Let's not act like we're gullible. Or let's not be gullible and let's not let them lie to us anymore. We got too many tools out there to prove them wrong.
I mean, I wish you just had your mic so you could say that to the
do.
people. Say it loud and proud for them. That's probably one of the best things to give these guys out here. Go ahead. Say it again.
You couldn't hear me?
No, say it through your mic.
No, I was saying that we can't be gullible. We shouldn't allow them to lie. We have too many tools out here to prove them wrong, and we have evidence that what they're saying it just doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing, like people say. It's just not. And they can sit there and lie all they want, and they can, if this kid, I don't know, for whatever reasons, putting himself up here and saying that he did it. I don't know what the reason is, but there's just too much evidence that he did not do this. There's just no way that he did it. So, I don't know. At least for me, I don't believe it. And I never will, because I don't care what they say. And they have come up with all these stories and try to sell the story to us. And it just doesn't make sense. Even when they're telling it, it doesn't make sense. So, it's just, we have been fooled by them for way too long. By the government. It's just,
My whole thing is that, since this has happened, it has taken so much heat. Look at the results of Charlie Kirk being taken out this way. We're not talking about Epstein files. We're talking about Epstein books, right? We were seeing evidence that this man lied and said he never drew a drawing. And then we see the drawing. Then he's like, we don't sign it. And now we're digging into him, getting somewhere where all sides are looking at him like he's a scumbag. And I'm going to tell you this. The way that the right wing reacted to this shooting, how they came together, it's something that they really, really needed. They needed a martyr. They needed a tragedy to get behind so that they could come together. So that they can be like, oh, look, we are under attack so much that guess what? We'll trust this pedophile. That's what we'll do. We'll trust this person that interferes with children, that pals around with people that interferes with children.
You know what they did in England? As soon as he got off the plane?
What they
had his picture with. Did you see that?
I've seen they had a big ass picture, like a big one, the biggest. They said the biggest picture in the world of him and Epstein together.
Yeah.
They've been projecting him and Epstein's face onto the side of buildings out there. Like Great Britain is not
playing
effing around. Not
No,
effing
they're
around.
not.
And they got a good right wing contingency in Great Britain. There's a lot of conservatives over there, but guess what? They are not. They are not
around with people that mess with kids.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing to do with that.
They obviously have a line there, and it seems like from Prince Andrew down to the ambassador, Trump's buddy, that's the ambassador being let go of his job. They seem to be doing something about it. Meanwhile, we're over here
making excuses for them.
Exactly. And if you're out there in the right wing and you feel a little bit better because this happened, you feel like, oh man, now my guy can't be gotten. Something's wrong with you. Something is definitely wrong with you out there. I don't know. Let the children sing. Let me get some applause. Tonight we saw how fast truth gets cloudy when death hits the headlines. Trey Reed's family can't even get straight answers about where he died. Charlie Kirk's people, well, they got politicians fighting over how to spin his death, like taking our rights from us as a result. Oh, no, don't chew that. Yeah, don't chew that. Now, different lives, different deaths, same problem. Misinformation moves faster than facts. So maybe a real death debate ain't about cause of death at all. Maybe it's just about how the truth dies first, and then the politics dig the grave. Let me tell you something, guys. This has been We Live. Callers, Jump Out Gang, y'all bought the fire as always. Remember, there's no we without you. See you next week, same time, same place.
Many people know him as the